You want to die, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I killed that act.
For this issue, we're defining production in comedy to be any aspect of the industry which takes place backstage. Is this an apt description?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much just everything that the talent doesn't have to do themselves. Sometimes, an act will choose to hire a separate producer and publicist, but often they're sort of entailing the same tasks. So everything from marketing during the festival, everything beforehand that makes people come to the festival, and then just everything to make sure that the act can just get the show done to the best of their ability.
Can you tell me the difference between a publicist and a producer?
Well, a publicist will deal with things like getting you interviews in magazines, sorting out your posters, all this sort of all the fun stuff like the interviews and all that. Whereas a producer might do more things like ticketing, door stuff on the night, and making sure the venue's all good, and finding a venue sometimes. Often it can be down to the content of the show. If you have that kind of relationship with your act where they want you to be involved, they'll ask for feedback sometimes, and you can actually help put the show together. But a lot of times the acts I work with have got such a precise view of what they want that I just stay out of it.
Yeah.
The main challenge is just trying to get your act to stand out in amongst this huge din of acts that's just getting larger and larger every single year.
What kinds of things can you do to make your shows successful?
With Pugs in Space, we generally just try and put on, obviously, really awesome lineups, and try and make our room stand out from others, which is hard because obviously there's so many comedy rooms in Melbourne, but as long as you believe in your acts and you don't pander to that sort of or basically to a style of comedy that you don't like. We only tend to book comedians that we personally enjoy. Making it a free room was pretty important. And you certainly don't get into comedy for the money.
No.
That would be stupid. With the acts during the comedy festival, I'm just doing everything I can to make sure that the acts themselves don't have to stress, because that's obviously going to affect their performance a lot. And I don't want them to be crying in the fetal position on opening night, so I'm just trying to help them.
It probably doesn't make for the best comedy act,
unless that's your thing. I mean, I might find it funny, but
I probably would.
Yeah.
Did you do any kind of training to get to this point, or you just kind of pick it up as you go? Unless
you consider going to uni for a year when I was 18 and then dropping out, no.
It could have helped.
No. I did spend most of that year in the bar at uni. You learn a lot of things in a bar, like what a screwdriver is, vodka and orange juice. It's mainly just learning by doing and learning from people around you.
What's the difference between a well-produced event and a poorly produced one?
Doing all the things wrong. So just having a bad place for people to be is frustrating. So you should always do it in a venue that you have been to, that you have some kind of relationship with, because then you can tell them, this is what we want, and they'll go yes or no, and then you can go from there. Just having all your, what's the phrase? All your ducks in a row. Having everything sorted out before you actually have to do the show, because you don't want to find out on the night that something wrong with the venue, something wrong with the ticketing, the poster has the wrong date on it, the poster has the wrong person on it. Just making sure everything's done in time is super important. As much as I hate deadlines, they do make me cry, I am aware that they are important.